Good morning, TGIF. Welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It is a Friday, which means it's follow-up Friday. It's TGIF. We've got a social post. I've got, what are you doing? You can't. I've got two things on the follow-up front. One, just an example of one of our follow-up best practices working. And then number two, I teased earlier this week a killer strategy protocol. I think in the title of this I called it a trick, but really it's a monthly protocol that I'll be deploying for seller leads or home value leads, homeowners that you have in your database. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like, what I did this week, how that worked. I'll give you some resources. It's still I'm still refining the training piece of it, but for those of you that like to get out and go with stuff, you'll be able to do that. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the bell, and subscribe, rate, and review if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform. Please and thank you. Ryan, social post of the day. I see some red. I haven't seen that in a while from you. I love that.
Yeah, this is a fun one everybody can do. Go into your MLS, find every property that's been on the market forever. And I was surprised there were 74 residential properties that have been on the market for more than a year. A lot of them are in back on market status, so they must have had a pending deal and fallen apart. But this is kind of an interesting list for people. And then I just spun it to say, if you want to sell your house faster, then and not have it take a year, give me a call or text or whatever the call to action might be.
So, and it doesn't have to be a year. It could be they've been on the market since the spring. It could be whatever, right? Like, again, like take the ideas and make them work in your market. It could be these are properties that have had massive price reductions. These are properties that, whatever. Ryan's in an area that's very densely populated. And sometimes when he does search results, if I mimic those same search results in my market, I see next to nothing, right? So you got to just find a way to adapt and make it work so you can swipe and deploy in your market. Will you stop showing this?
No, I want to introduce a new segment to the show Josh doesn't know about. It's called Real Estate Day Trader. We're going to focus on real estate stocks from time to time, not every day. And I just want to let everybody know, I can't give you financial advice, but I'll share what I'm doing. With interest rates going up, it hasn't been good for some real estate companies. Josh's company, the one he's got his license at, had a big insider sell yesterday. The chief growth officer sold a bunch of stock. It's bouncing back up, but I'm shorting the heck out of the place Josh has his license today. Just sharing Real Estate Day Trader.
I'm going to keep growing my shares. I'm just going to keep adding more to it because we're going to win over time.
It's Troll Josh Friday. But I think Real Estate Day Trader, I might do this from time to time. We can look at like Zillow, Redfin, some of the other big stocks, maybe some REITs. So comment below if you like more of that content or if you think I'm nuts and you just hate me because most of you guys are at EXP. Probably more like
most of that's not true.
A lot of you guys are.
But you should be, and if you're not, I'd be happy to chat with you about adding my sales organization.
Chris
is, and Chris, and we should have cleared this with her first, but on our workshop, the first of sort of following this new schedule and programming, our first Wednesday workshop, we got into Chris's KV Core and set her a whole bunch of seller appointments, phone calls, etc. And I didn't warn her ahead of time, so hopefully we didn't create too much of a mess for you, Chris. But it was kind of cool to see the amount of activity we were able to uncover and get going for you. I want to share two things on the follow-up front. Number one is an email I got this morning from, it was a reply to my weekly email newsletter that I send to my entire database every Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. And that process, the templates, the why, the how, the when, all of that good stuff is documented. We've got it in a Google Doc. It's on the wakeup.realestate site. And we can help if you have questions, if you need help with that, etc. Ryan's finding it somewhere there. It's in there somewhere. If you need help finding it, just use the little chat widget. Mike will get it to you. This is a reply that I got. I'm just going to read it. Good morning, Josh. I'm actually in the market again to buy another home, but I have some extras I'm going to need. And she said the areas she was looking, and my parents are older, so we're looking for an in-laws quarters as well. 3 or more bedrooms, 2 or more baths, some land if possible, and a pool. Because of our autistic grandson, we're working with a couple of finance companies. That is what Dean Jackson, the godfather of real estate marketing, would refer to as a client love letter, right? Like, this is somebody who's telling me their life story. I don't think I've ever talked with this person before, but she's told me information that she's not going to want to go and tell a bunch of people. So as long as I don't screw it up, our team is going to have an opportunity to serve her. So I sent her a video reply with BombBomb. I'm going to set her up in the MLS, direct MLS access, MLS search based upon her criteria. And then I'm going to add her to my deal board over here as folks that we're in the process of helping and serving. And all of that, thanks at least in part to that Friday morning weekly email newsletter. That's what she replied to, but it's the piece of a bigger puzzle, right? It's not like if she had only received that one email from me, she wouldn't have sent me this email love letter. But it played a role in that. And the Friday email newsletter template is something you all can do. It, the gist of it is just highlighting fun things to do this weekend in your area. And we include in there a whole bunch of real estate related calls to action that people can ding, 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 bounce around, look at houses, get an updated home valuation, etc. But we lead with the fun things because that is unique content every Friday. There are different things going on this weekend than last weekend and so forth. There it is. There you go. Ryan, working as putting that together an easy
yeah,
way.
It was hidden from a template site, but that's fixed. We had just a little setting we had to fix there.
Okay. Now what I'm calling killer home value follow-up protocol. Again, I know in the title, I think we called it a trick. It's not really a trick. The first time I did it was a trick, let's say. But now that it worked, it's going to become a monthly protocol for me. So let me, I'll set the stage here, and then I have a doc that is a work in progress that I'm not even going to give you access to, but I'll have it updated later today. We'll get it to the site. We'll put it in the show notes, in the description below here, etc. There is the best way to describe it, I would say, is a home seller dashboard software, and it's called iList. I've been playing around with it for quite some time. The CEO over at iList is awesome. Joe is phenomenal. He's high energy. He's exciting. He gets excited like I do. He is really dedicated to build an incredible platform that has wonderful functionality and that helps us as real estate agents get more listings. Okay. You can get a free trial at growwithjosh.com/iList. growwithjosh.com/iList. Ryan is smirking. That's my affiliate link. If you sign up, he gives me like a couple of shekels that I can go
I better get my cut.
What's that? I know. Well,
I'm gonna come shake you down. I'm really not. I'm kidding.
Yeah. You can go get a free trial there. I think he offers, he offers a 30-day trial. Okay. He offers a 30-day trial. It's growwithjosh.com/iList.
I guess I should do that then.
Yeah. So here's what I did with the platform. Here's this cool little hack or trick or functionality that they recently built into the system. Okay. Most of you know that currently I'm using KV Core as my all-in-one CRM, et cetera, et cetera. iList integrates beautifully with KV Core. also Chime and all the big players. And what Joe, the CEO, I got a video from him late last week that they built in this functionality where you can dynamically create a link that you can email to all of the people in your database that you have an address for, and it will it dynamically opens up their home and a dashboard where it gives them 4 different value sets from different data providers, and the ability for them to play with the value and selling options.
But wait,
it's really, really cool. I'm gonna share my screen here.
Sure. Yeah, show that. And I'm thinking now, my mind's going to, like, when you market this to sellers, I guess you're probably going to record a video showing that option or something, and then you'll offer it to the seller as a follow up or something. Yeah.
So here is this is a screen. I took 2 screenshots of my Gmail inbox. Okay. So I sent this email on Wednesday morning, and I got 134 of the home sellers in my KV Core database had looked at their dashboard. Okay. Huh. That's a pretty high engagement rate. Wait. That opened, they actually clicked the link and went over to check out their dashboard.
Sorry to cut you off. Maybe I wasn't listening closely enough. You're saying that you can give them a link that automatically goes to their address in the dashboard?
Yes. Okay. It is so cool. And in fact, after I show this, I'm going to show the email that I got, and you'll see what the dashboard looks like. So what I did Wednesday morning was I sent this email to all of the homeowners in my KV Core database. And I created a smart campaign that sent that email. And then 13 minutes later, it sent this text. Hey, Josh, we just emailed you an updated, in parentheses, automated value for your property at Lead Street, the street address. Yeah. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Thanks. That was it. There wasn't even, I probably should have formed that. I should have worked in a question of some kind.
Nah,
But what happened was I got a lot of, well, not a lot. I had a few people say, well, I didn't see the email and so forth. And that gave me the opportunity, at least like between 5 and 10 people, where I got their actual email, right? They had given me like their junk email. Like we all have that, an email that we're like, we just use when we don't actually want the email. So I got
Ryan at Wake Up Real Estate. Yeah.
So I was able to get better data from several folks. Number one, I got a lot of people, interacting and checking out their dashboard, and I got several coming soon listings, right? Several people that they're not ready to list right now, but they were playing with the different selling options, and I've had conversations. And there's some level of interest there. So I want to find an example.
While you do that, my head is exploding, and I don't even know if this has occurred to you yet, but a postcard with a QR code with the address appended as a parameter dynamically into the QR code. Yeah.
Dude.
So I will sign up for iOS and try that.
If you can't tell, I didn't prep Ryan on this at all. He literally, I did not.
Well, you didn't want to share the affiliate commissions with me, so I understand why.
That's not true. Well, anyway, so here's the email. So this is just a banner. I'm dynamically inserting the address, big and bold. We're extremely excited to help you track your home value / equity and offer you flexible selling options. What makes our homeowner tools so unique? Glad you asked. When you go here, blah, blah, blah. And when they click here, and my computer sucks. I'm getting the joke is I'm finally going to get a new computer. It loads pretty quickly. It actually loaded quicker than I was anticipating it. So this is what they see. They see these 4 different data points. Okay. They see selling options, market value, etc. They can adjust their value by their home exterior, interior, etc., my pool, things of that nature. They can explore all of this. It is literally an interactive dashboard where they have more control. So for example, like some of this data is wrong. This is our square footage is more like 2970. We have a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. But like I can go and I can play with this, you know, these sliders here. I can go and check out selling options. Okay, I can do all different things.
Is it showing any mortgage info like equity and stuff like that, or is it not pulling that stuff?
You know, it is not pulling in mortgage data. Yeah. That's a good question.
That's just an interesting thought. ILS could integrate with a mortgage partner.
I'll hit up Joe. Here's the cool thing about well, there's a bunch of cool things about ILS, but what I will tell you is Joe, like, it's a small enough company, and it's something that Joe built to scratch his own itch. Scratch his own itch. Am I saying that right? So he built it first for his business, right? And now he's really dedicated to making it incredibly valuable. And the idea around it is, like, the big picture thought of this is there are so many solutions that are wonderful at engaging buyers, right? Providing buyers with an interactive experience where they can go and, like, these cool IDX searches where they can play with all these features and so forth. But that doesn't really exist for homeowners, right? On that side of things. So it's designed with that in mind. They can directly integrate with your KV Core or other all-in-one solutions, as I mentioned. And, like, you know, Joe or someone on their team will directly help you. So if you go and create a free account and you want to deploy what I just showed you in your KV Core or whatever, like, he will get on Zoom and help you do that. And I'll also say, if you use my affiliate link, like, I'll help you do it too. It's easy, you know. I can give you the link, I can give you the smart campaign, etc., and you can just deploy that in your business. And so for me, moving forward, that's something that I'm going to send everyone in my database that I have an address for once a month, kind of like HomeBot or HomeIQ or, you know, some of these other you know, platforms similar to that, as just another just another value add. And you do that over time, and people are playing around with the dashboard, and then, you know, they can end up checking out the selling options, and you have control over what those selling options are. You can put whatever selling options you want. There's like a free listing platform. There's a cash offer. You can have different flat fee listings. You can do whatever you want.
Is there an option where, I don't know if he has this in there, but it would be a good idea, where you can request that the agent send their house to all your existing buyers? Like, send.
That's part of the free listing.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So it's basically like, hey, I have 300 buyers in your market. You know, yes, Josh, email your buyers about my property or something like that.
And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Joe as a guest next week, probably on Thursday, and we'll do a deeper dive on this, because, like, this is just one little cool hack that you can use the platform to do, but it's got so much else. For example, when if you sign up with iList, you get free access to Zoodealio, which is a cash offer aggregation platform.
The silliest name ever.
Well,
I'm sorry.
There's a whole story behind that. They actually had a much better name. And
did they used to buy and sell zoos?
Well, no. So they got sued.
Zoodealio.
No. Anyway, they had a cooler name. They had to change the name. I'll just say it that. But you get that for free, which that alone pays for iList, because if you go and try and sign up at Zoodealio, it's like $80 a month or $100 a month. You get that. Joe negotiated with iList not only to get it free, but the two are integrated together, right? it also has an online bidding functionality. iList does, right? So I'm barely scratching the surface. I'm just showing you like one cool thing you could do with it. But I'm going to have Joe on next week. We'll do a deeper dive and show more of the features and the benefits of using the platform. But even if you just use it for what I just showed you today, it's a huge value for you, right? And and is actual like interesting and valuable to your homeowners. Like those 4 different valuation models creates curiosity where you're going to get people that are like, hey, why is this one so much higher than the other 3, right? And then you can have a conversation, and that conversation leads to whenever they're ready to sell their house, they're going to use you because you've already had a conversation, you built rapport, you've demonstrated that you're the knowledge broker in your area, etc. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
And they have like a login, and like they have like a place they go, or they have a bookmarked link that they're visiting on a recurrent basis or something.
Exactly. They have their own custom seller dashboard, which is really cool.
And let's get out for you this weekend. We'll talk after, but let's get out like a 100 postcard test with that dynamic link into the portal. So we'll just, because you scan the QR code, you can log into your house value. That
is, I had not even thought of that. That is killer, right? And you skip. We've done that before.
But you have to enter the info.
You have to enter their address. This is skipping that. You're just giving them the good stuff. Which is really cool. Heath asked, how are you using Home IQ? We're not right now, quite honestly, Heath. We were using that earlier in the year, maybe actually December, January, February, for a number of reasons. It's super expensive. It's super expensive. So here's the deal. Like HomeBot and Home IQ are both awesome. Okay. HomeBot ends up being more expensive for the agents, generally speaking, as you have a lot of users and so forth. And Home IQ ends up being extremely expensive for the lender. And with tools like this and some of the other things that we're doing, we just decided that it wasn't worth, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. In other words, we weren't getting the amount of ROI and actual tangible results from that. So good question. Thank you. Chris says, I needed some help. Their customer support was great. Yeah, I would say my experience is their customer support is Johnny on the spot and super helpful. And Joe is he's awesome. He's he really is passionate about this tool that he's created, and it comes from a good place. It comes from a good place. There is no lack, or there's no lack of people and businesses that try really hard to sell us stuff as real estate agents. Oftentimes it's because there's money there, right? And they're trying to get a piece of that puzzle. Joe built this for himself first, right? Anytime you got a situation like that where people are scratching their own itch first and foremost, I just think it's generally speaking more relevant and coming from a better place. So, I think Ryan, you may or may not be here Monday, definitely not Tuesday, and we'll see the rest of the week. But we'll be here. I'm pretty sure every day next week, one of us at least. Anything else for the good of the group before we wrap for the week?
Just one more quick plug. I signed up for yesterday's webinar. I signed up for Agent Hub 360. So far, it looks really good. I have a couple of weeks till I go on my first session. Agent Hub 360, right? So check out yesterday's if you guys want. And then Just Listed, Just Sold is live if you guys want to check that out. JustListedJustSold.com. There's a banner ad on the right side of the Wake Up Real Estate site, and a little video from me just explaining what it is and why it's cool and all that stuff if you want to check that out. And you can send Just Listed cards, Just Sold cards to properties that you had to buy side on.
Yep.
So you didn't have to be the listing agent.
Yep. Andrew says, is the intention to embed it on your, so they can embed it on your KV Core site or other sites as well. And that's one cool thing. But the dashboard is on their side of it. I don't know that they've created a way to have that, but so the and Andrew's getting after it. I love it. If you miss this part, every time someone goes to their custom dashboard, you get notified, right? So you get that. That's just pinging you to follow up with them. Hey, what did you think about the 4 different value ranges? Did you play with the dashboard? Have you checked out the selling options? You can follow up with questions to the ones who are actively engaging with the dashboard. And tying it back to the whole concept of this, that's the idea of it being like the buyer side of this, because some of the best folks for you to be investing your time and energy into following up with are the ones that are coming back to your site to look at homes. Same thing on the seller side. The ones that are coming back to their dashboard to play with their value, there's a reason why they're doing it. Okay. They may just be curious, or they may be thinking about selling, or they may be wondering how much equity they can refi or do a HELOC with. And whatever that scenario is, have that conversation and disposition them accordingly. So Andrew says the just listed, just sold is very simple and easy. That's awesome. And it works. The thanks functionality with the QR codes, etc. It works, which is the best part of all. All right. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're listening on your favorite podcast, subscribe, rate, and review. I will get the document that I was sharing. I'm going to get that updated. I want to put a little video, overview of it. But for those of you that want to check it out and want to play around with it, if you just use the little chat widget, we'll get you the doc. I like using Google Docs because it dynamically updates as we improve things. And real estate day trader Ryan here.
If you guys want more real estate day trading content, you want to know when to short EXP, let me know.
Why you got to just pick on EXP? There are other.
I love you. I love you.
All right. Have a great weekend, all. If you need anything, let us know. Our mortgage team is working this weekend. If you have anybody that we can chat with, get pre-approved, see what we can do for them. We'd love those opportunities. And Ryan's taking us out with some yoga. See you Monday.